Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Skyrim Remastered. So our goal is to make it to the Greybeards. Uh, we're out during the nighttime. It took us an hour to get outside of the city just because we kept trying to finish missions or start missions or do something with the missions. So let's go to the map. We have been invited to go talk to the Jarl in this city, which we're going to try to find a convenient time to do that too. But right now we're going this way. So whichever direction points to that direction, I will be happy with. Since I can figure it out. It's this, or this mountain. It's one of these mountains. It's the tallest mountain in the entire land, so I imagine that's the right way to go. Here we could harvest some cabbage if we wanted to eat it. I'm not really interested in harvesting cabbage, though. I wouldn't be upset with Death Hound. Interesting. Why am I getting attacked by Death Hounds? I am not certain that it's more dangerous to like Death Hound collar and dog meat. Like who sunk that at me? Or sick the dogs on me. Like, I don't recall ever being attacked by death hounds before. Seems very strange. It is dangerous walking around in the middle of the night, I suppose. That could be part of the problem. I just found out maybe an hour ago that I was a dragonborn, so that would explain some of it. Nice effects there of leaves floating in the air. We're discovering new locations, but don't want to really deal with those locations. I don't want to pick up more quests. Particularly considering how there's a lack of reason why I'd actually have been in these areas. Or why I'd actually go to sections. So here's a waterfall. We'll cross this way. And this is where we're going, Ivergard. Looks like there's another stone somewhere around here. Maybe worth it. Our companion got the wolf. He's helpful. So there's a stone, I think, and I'm hoping not too far from here. White River, watch this.
Time to get lost, friend.
Oops. Getting attacked by bandits.
Come on!
And we go. Where's the target? I'm trying to find the zoom button on this. Hmm. So, what do I want to take? I'm missing a little bit of health, and if you could just eat food directly, that would make some sense. But since you can't, like, it doesn't make the most amount of sense. Let's try something. It will take all in everything that is here. Anything that is food, we will take as food. Garlic, kettle. Take all. Mountain flowers. Alright, so we've, best as I can tell, taken everything on that table. Did that combination of things give me anything I could possibly cook? Seems like a lot of things need salt, which I don't have. So that whole point is gone, and as best as I can figure, I've just automatically healed after a while. Hunting bow, fur, steel arrows. I should stop taking food. It's all pointless. So it's not my idea that I want to go in here. Oops. Did not know that was going to be a loading section. Anyways, let's just turn around and walk this way. That's not what we were looking for. We're looking for the stone. Wherever it may be. And I bet it's easier to access than I'm making it out to be. Couriers will sometimes walk up on these roads, by the way, and tell you, give you a mission or something. Give you a note. And wolves seem to love the past well too. I need to figure out on the skills for archery. We had, that's alchemy, not archery. Here's archery. Press the block button while aiming to zoom. Great, so what is the block button? That's not block. Is that block? Nope. Let's see. System. Settings. Gameplay. Nope. It's under control. Controls. Blocking is which button on the Xbox 360 controller? Journal, wait. This is just giving me the Xbox One controller buttons, by the way. Let's see. Right hand, left hand, activate, steady, sheath, character menu, jump, sprint, shout, sneak, left stick. Where's the block button? Come on, seriously. Is it... I swear that there's something here. Blocking. You can block attacks by holding the left trigger. Alright. So if I hold this and then hold down the other thing, I see. But it's pulling down my stamina as I do it. So I can, like, here, have a bow drawn for as long as I want. But as soon as I zoom in, that's an issue. Alright, good to know. We at least now know how to zoom in, which is going to prove somewhat useful in my gameplay style. I'm sure there was an easier way up this mountain than this. I'm really having to manipulate the...
That's close enough. That's close enough.
How did I miss? How am I missing?
Close enough.
Apprentice Necromancer. So here we've got a Necromancer. Here we go. Where'd he go? Come on, guy. Where'd he go? Come on. Did he run away? Then why is the music still playing? I think my companion may be fighting with him somewhere. There he is. He's... Am I dying here? Yeah, I am. I'm dying a lot. He's frozen me. And I need these potions equipped to something. Favorite. There we go. Press up on the things to... Come on. Alright, well I guess that works. One more hit. He's fleeing. He healed himself. I should have kept on shooting. This guy's not good position. So, Dragon's Tongue. There we go. So a little bit of a fight there. We needed something like that. We need some more of a lot of this. See. Once a day, the ritual can reanimate nearby corpses to fight for them. Nah, I'm not gonna accept that sign. That's a terrible sign. Alright. But that experience is certainly helpful. Where's our companion guy? Have we lost him? We shouldn't be able to. I think they're immortal. So somebody around here gonna make noise. There's some kind of dog over there. Hidden detected. Hidden detected. Skeever. not really worth dealing with skeevers. Notice I haven't had to buy arrows or anything. Any game where you're actually buying arrows is probably a poor implementation of an archery class. But everything else in this game is really expensive. So I need to get my haggling skills up. I need to do as much as possible. Look at that shot. I've saved you, fox. I'm not sure I could actually have hit the fox. Actually, I guess I didn't have to. I didn't save the fox. Oops. Pretend like I saved that fox. Looks like there's gonna be a big creature around here. A mammoth. I am looking for a mammoth tusk. Am I ready to fight a mammoth? Nope. That's not even a mammoth. That's trolls. So I am not ready to fight 2 trolls. I can tell you that much. And my guy is still lost. In Skyrim, you will notice that you'll lose your companion pretty well. We gotta be careful to not take too much damage on a fall here. Yeah, but as soon as you walk out of a door and into a new area, you fix it. Looks like this guy will talk to you.
This here's a toll road, see? You're gonna have to hand over, say, 200 gold if you want to use our road.
I don't want to use them. How's 50 gold?
Fine. I can tell you aren't worth the trouble. Just get out of here before I change my mind.
So I give him 50 gold and increase my talk, which is fine. 50 gold to increase your speech is probably very valuable. Let's look at the map and just make sure we're going the right direction. Yep, we're slowly working our way around the road and filling in the map. I could try to climb up to the tower all the way to the top of the mountain, but it would be an incredibly long amount of time and not worth the effort. Just, again, flower picking simulator here. Perhaps hunting simulator. And time doesn't slow down or anything when you zoom in, which that would be nice if it did. And I think there is an ability that gives you that after a while. That looks a little dangerous. So I'll take this path. One of the mods that I saw suggested to me on YouTube was a mod to make your hunting ability and all of that much more rewarding. So maybe you get more leather, maybe you get more experience, maybe you do some other things. I see something on the... What is here? Is it... It's got to be under the water, right? I could see certainly how hunting should be more than what it is, because shooting these rabbits and stuff are going to prove difficult. Like, I don't think I got that rabbit there. And I don't think I'm a terrible shot or anything. I just think these are really small people to be aiming for. And looks like there's a trader over here. Let's see if we can talk to this guy. Or how about this? A goat. Come on, guy. Are you a regular guy or somebody that trades?
I'm on a pilgrimage to the shrine of Azura, the goddess of twilight, if you'll excuse me. In the mountains to the northeast. I'll mark it on your map.
So, there we go. Just going and talking to a guy. Helpful. I don't know what's happened to my war bow though. It used to have this nice glowing soul steel ability on it, and I haven't seen it steal a soul in a while. Of course, it has to kill something in less than 3 seconds to do that. So it's not the best weapon ever, considering it's not that strong of a weapon to begin with. We'll get there. So Hilgrun's tomb. So here's a tomb. Do we have a reason to go in the tomb? No, we don't. And because of that, we'll just leave it alone. Until the story tells me. I have no reason to go into a place. Even in normal play, it makes a lot less sense. Sometimes you'll pick up items that you're supposed to pick up, and then you can just run through the tomb, and then if you ever find the mission that tells you what that item was for, that'll be helpful. But I wish you could do something like that. Oh, you can, can't you? Oh. There you go. Does that... Can I beat a bunny to death? No. It's doing considerably small amounts of damage. Even to a rabbit. Here we go.
Never should have come here.
Oh, I didn't realize you were going to be aggressive.
Enough! Defense now!
And he falls off. And I have to get my stamina back. And my health, I imagine, just slowly recovers. In a strange way, walking around actually is kind of a good way early in Skyrim to just level up. Let's see. We're still just kind of trying to manipulate ourselves over here to this area. And whatever we run into on the way is probably fine. Hit the wrong button there. I guess this is the way. This mountain is incredibly tall. They weren't joking about it having 7,000 steps, although I'm not sure if it actually has exactly 7,000 steps, or if that's more of a generalization. I wouldn't be surprised if there was 7,001. Missed that one. There we go. You also notice that things have a tendency to slide, particularly things that are dead. So that is another thing that they could fix in the next Oblivion game. Bethesda's in a weird position with Elder Scrolls because they've got a lot of old stories that they are old enough to repeat and tell again. And they want to do an MMO, or they did for a while there. They may have finally given up on that in the form of Elder Scrolls Online, now that it's either about to go free to play or already has gone free to play. I don't remember what its current status is, but they also need to move forward and improve upon the systems. Actually, some of these systems they could just get rid of or make so... I mean, they've already made them so trivial. They've already said that half of these systems are not necessary to play the game. The next step is to completely remove them. Here's a well that I guess I can't jump down. Alright, where are we on the map now? It's been quite the journey, and we're still going that way. Here, we'll just try to slowly edge ourselves against angles here. There's a lot of this that goes on, more than there should be. A lot of fall damage. A lot of these angles also would cause you to get stuck in the ground in the original game. So they were kind of dangerous. What in the world is that? I have no idea what that thing is. I do hear Ninroot though. Ninroot's a real annoying plant because it sits there and let's take this troll skull or Calicum. Am I in combat? Nope. Let's mine this. I got that pickaxe for a reason. So here's a great example of a system in the game that's pointless. Like, almost nobody is going to play this the way that is as much as you would think. This guy is killing everybody. So I need to get out of here before that guy decides to come back. Apparently I'm in combat as soon as I have my weapon out. That's an interesting perspective. Also seems like there might be a secret cave or something back here. Nope, the water is pushing me way far away from it. There we go. So I don't know if that was a troll or Sasquatch or what you would call that thing, but I'll take it under consideration not to fight it. At least not right now. Let's get some of these different plants. Clay deposit. So remember, I have to take these to a smelter and smelt them into bars. And I don't think there's a mining skill. So why would you ever play this way? Why would you take the time? Why would you watch this incredibly boring, long cutscene? I'm just sitting here, not hitting any control. Anything on the controller at all, just sitting here. I can tell you when I first played Skyrim, the original game, did not do mining more than twice in the entire game. It was perfectly fine throughout the whole game. Found plenty of iron ore ingots, plenty of everything else. Sure, I wasn't playing for some kind of maximum level equipment or anything. I would like to be a little bit overpowered. That's one of the rules I've created for playing through a game like this, is try to be overpowered, try to get one-shots on these characters. As we've done a couple of fights here, it does show it's a little difficult to kill some people, and in certain places, certain missions, it gets really, really difficult. Man, is this clay ever going away? Did I get it all? No, there's more. Is it infinite? I don't even know what you do with clay. This is almost like a Minecraft idea before Minecraft, but it's so in the wrong place. I hit the left stick and it decided to stop mining. Is this somehow I've found the infinite well of clay? It's possible. I'm already overburdened, so I'm gonna have to start dropping some stuff anyways. Yeah, in a lot of ways, Skyrim is the AAA version of Minecraft. It's trying to be a little bit of everything to everybody. And of course, it didn't have the building element or the blocky element. I wouldn't be surprised if instead of being so varied, it's more focused. If they gave you just an archer class, a one-handed class, a two-handed class, if they didn't bother to change your race at the beginning, because actually changing your race doesn't do anything here. We don't ever get to see our face or our skin at all. It's just slightly changing the voice responses of some of the characters that don't even really matter. And then there was probably way too much voice acting work here. It's worth mentioning that there's a voice actors strike for video games right now, so if in a game full of voice acting like this, that could potentially hurt Elder Scrolls 5 or 6 or whatever it is. Yeah, it's 6. More than most games, because of just the constant amount of talk that they would need to record. I guess I have to quit at a certain point. It doesn't seem like clay ever stops. Alright, let's find some weapons to drop. Nord bow. What is my hunting bow now? 13. I think I could probably get this Nord bow and increase it a little bit. Nord axe is no good though, so we'll drop that. Hunting bow. Probably could get rid of that. Iron daggers. Iron swords. Let's get rid of the iron daggers before the iron swords. Iron warhammer. There we go. Iron swords. We've got a lot to drop, so forget this. We've got another 60 pounds. Boots. Fur armor for 26. The amulet of this increases magical by 10 points. Can I equip it? I guess I can. Fur armor for 6 for 50. There's fur boots first. Fur gauntlets. Fur shoes. Hide boots. Hide gauntlets. Hide shoes. Iron shields. There we go. We're almost down. Robes of minor restoration. I've got a bunch of rings I need to sell. A bunch of jewelry. Stone cloak, helmets. Get rid of those. I want to try to upgrade the vampire armor. This one. And that one. Just an incredible amount of stuff emptied out. It would be really helpful to find a trader. All those items, do they stay there or do they disappear?
On your way up the 7,000 steps again, Clement?
Not today. I'm just not ready to make the climb to High Hrothgar. The path isn't safe.
Aren't the Greybeards expecting some supplies?
Honestly, I'm not certain. I've yet to be allowed into the monastery. Perhaps one day.
So let's talk to this guy.
Passing through on your way to High Hrothgar? About to make a delivery up there myself. Mostly food supplies like dried fish and salted meats. You know, things that keep fresh for a long time. The Greybeards tend not to get out much, if you catch my meaning. Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food. Trouble is, my legs aren't what they used to be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll.
I'll do it.
Really? Well, that would be kind of you. Here, take this bag of supplies. At the top of the steps, you'll see the offering chest. Just leave the bag inside, and you're done. I've been to the monastery many times, but I've never even laid eyes on one of the Greybeards. Not that I'd care to. Being masters of the Thu'um, they could kill you by uttering a single word. Well, not that they would. They seem peaceful, but I wouldn't want to provoke them. Well, there's the occasional wolf pack or stray, but that's all I've ever had to deal with. Shouldn't be a problem for the likes of you. Other than that, watch your footing. In these wintry conditions, the stairs can be treacherous.
Alright,
Be
so
careful up there.
that guy's giving me a side quest, and I can, let's see, talk to
Pilgrim
this
or not,
one.
if I were you, I'd move right through our backwards little town.
So we could harvest wheat, and then when we use the grain mill, we can make a sack of flour, but it requires 3 wheat. So 2, 3. Grain mill doesn't want me to use it. Sack of flour. See, does that give me really any experience or anything? So these are Ivanstead guards. And what are we looking for? A farm. Looking for somebody who might trade with me.
I wish I could make my deliveries more often, but the road's getting dangerous.
This is an inn. This is his house. And that seems like that's the only thing here. If we look at a map here, I don't think there's particularly a hugely detailed local map. So best I can do is go into the inn and sell to the innkeeper.
You don't look like a pilgrim. Why bother visiting Ivarstead?
If I were you, I'd keep away from the barrow on the east side of town. It's haunted.
Tell me about that barrow.
There ain't much more to tell. They're haunted, and you should stay away. Look, I've seen one of the spirits with my very own eyes. When it glared at me, I swear it burned right through my soul. Fortunately, they seem to be sticking to the barrow. I think they're guarding it. Certainly
Interesting.
isn't helping my business any. Who'd want to rent a room anywhere near a haunted barrow? If you think there's anything you can do, be my guest.
So I could ask for rumors, I could ask about magic. It's all gonna end up, if I ask about magic, it's just gonna say go to Winterhold. You pretty much have to run the Winterhold if you want to play as a magic character. And that's kind of difficult in itself.
The Greybeards are a solitary lot. I don't think they've ever ventured outside their monastery. We get the occasional
The
pilgrim
face
passing
textures
through
here
on
in
their way to the summit,
2016,
but almost all of
they're
them have
not good
returned
enough,
disappointed.
really. But they're
Drink
not
for the
bad.
thirsty,
They're
food
just
for
kind
the
of
hungry.
odd looking. Alright, what food can I sell? Let's sell all of this to start with. And then ingredients. Salt pile. I'll buy a bunch of that. And that's all I could do
If
as
you're
far
headed up
as
to the monastery, watch your step. It's a long way down.
Pardon me, my lady. Would you care to hear me play my lute?
So she's a lute player. There's several people here. But again, don't want to get too distracted. Alright. We were told, let's see, on the quests, miscellaneous, investigate the Shroud Hearth Barrow, bring supplies. I'm just turning on all this stuff. There's a custom destination there. And wow. Alright, Shroud Hearth Barrow. That's where we'll go check out first. We now have a reason to go into this cave, and it's not going to be a super big one like the one we'd done before. It's hopefully not going to be that big. Something's in there. Let's sneak around until we find something. Interesting. What was it that saw me then? I was detected by something, and then I walked around and I wasn't detected by it anymore. I guess that's kind of the problem with this game, is every character in the game, for the vast number of them, can detect you, whether they're good or bad. Alright, now we're in a fighting area. Spiral down the stairways. Of course, spoiler alert for this admission here. A lot of these caves actually connect to an underground city, and you can accidentally end up going a lot further than you meant to. So again, a great excuse to not enter or test out areas until you have a reason to. This is one of those side quests that really don't have anything too much to offer, so it's probably going to be pretty short. Let's see. So I'm going to hold my breath. And that hit him, but he didn't die. So if you hit them before they move, they won't.
Leave this place. Leave this place.
Somebody's talking.
Leave. Leave. Leave.
So somebody's trying to pull a fast one here. The funny thing here is we may actually find out that there's no draugrs or anything in this whole section. Ruined book. Before the ages of men. There might be something to this that tells us how to I don't think we need it though. I don't think we need to read that to find out which of the possible switches here are the right ones. We've got 4 active levers. We'll just start on the left, and then we'll try that one. There we go, and then we'll do this one. It seems like that worked just fine. Oops. I suppose I had to do that, didn't I? This might be one of these missions where I could actually also avoid fighting. I might just be able to talk the guy out of it. Out of being spooky. Let's go ahead and unlock this. Well, 21 lockpicks left. There's... Should have jumped over that. Surprising lack of draugrs. Just looking on the ground for any more footstep traps. Steel armor, gold. Booby traps. But notice the booby traps are not really hurting me, they're freezing me, and that's it. Kind of poisoning me. You would have had to run really far and fast. This is almost just like an experiment in teaching you to be careful around booby traps and in these caves. I'm carrying too much to be able to run. So next time I find somebody to search, I'll throw something on it in there with them. Iron door. Let's watch the floor.
Mortal. No one
did I just die? I think I died. And hey, you're back. So we can't take that guy out. We'll have to come back at a later time once we leveled up. But at least we got a partner back.
Look at those ruins. Think there's gold inside?
Interesting. I like how you think. Let's talk to him.
Still here.
Can you...
What do you want me to carry?
Let's see. Actually, can you carry a lot of things while we're talking about that? Let's see. What do I want him to carry? How about 200 clay? You take 200 clay. Can you take that? There we go. That gives me 200 weight. Wow, that was all it really was, wasn't it?
I'll show you what I know.
Alright.
Lead on.
And again, there's no mining skill, right? Archery, one-handed, two-handed, block. I don't think I'll ever get block up if I play as archery. Destruction, illusion, alchemy, speech, pickpocketing, lockpicking, sneak, light armor. Yeah, there's no mining. There's no mining, there's no reason to mine. So up the mountain we go. And we've got about 10 minutes to make some progress towards this. And if we just kind of run towards it, I think we'll be alright. Yeah, we can read these etched tablets while we're going. Pause the screen if you want. Go back and pause the screen if you want to read it. I don't think there's actually anything here. And so, allegedly, there's 7,000 steps here. Ooh, this is not... Frostbite venom. We haven't seen a frostbite spider in a while. So I don't know if anybody actually counted if there's 7,000. It would be pretty easy to have only 7,000, particularly if you're programming the game. But then you get into questions: is this a step? Is this a step? What counts as a step and what doesn't? So we go up this mountain, and as we go up, the environment changes to a colder environment. Guy? Ah, he's praying.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar.
What are you doing?
I like to spend time up here. Walk the steps. Meditate on the emblems. Doesn't hurt when I bag some game along the way.
Interesting.
I did. Strange days when the monks will do that. I wonder what it means.
Dovahkiin.
They're not the sort to take visitors. But I never go that high up the path anyway. Some folk who make the trip.
Look how
leave
scarred
them
and
food
veiny
or
this guy
other
is.
essentials,
Look at his arm, look at
but
his stomach.
not to make conversation. Until next time.
That's where some of the mods to just make them look like they're not covered in mud kind of makes sense. It's silly that by default every single character in the game, or most of the characters in the game, are covered in mud and dirty and scarred up. It's like you're not making your characters look the best that they could, and that's only going to become worse when the game gets older. I'm having trouble here. Nice wolf, where'd you go? He's still over here. Let's see. Snowberries. So you kind of start to see how if you follow the main game, you're fighting not very difficult characters, but that slight diversion to, let's make sure we don't fall down, that slight side quest was way more difficult. And maybe if I had pulled off a Fusro Da or just a foos as it is right now because I don't have the other two elements, that would have knocked him back, and having that like knockback ability does certainly make sense. As it goes right in front of me, I might as well take him out. But I guess that's one way they balance the game, is you always, by default, if you're anywhere through the main story, you have this ability to just go like that and shoot things, and you can practically do it pretty fast. Like, the top is filling in. Oops. Where's the bad guy? Ice Wolf, look how big that thing is. I think the scale might be off on this guy. That's a big old wolf. But this is mostly just a hunting journey and a walking journey. It's supposed to be this kind of serene path, but I suppose thematically and just as they're writing the events here, they've run into a conflict amongst the writers. They have one group of people that want us to be attacked by things, and they have another group that want it to be a serene, calming walk, and the two things don't really work that well together. Here's
Keep an eye
guy.
out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar. Need something? Just a pilgrim. I'd prefer to leave it at that. Walking the steps, meditating on the emblems. I make this trip every few years.
So there's several people
Next
that
time.
say that. There's several pilgrim people that think of this. This kind of is like climbing, what is it, Mount Fuji in Japan? The Japanese have a saying that you're not a true Japanese until you climb to the peak of Mount Fuji, and Mount Fuji's not that really difficult a climb. What in the world is that thing? That's a dragon. Well, so much for a simple thing. He looks like he might be stuck. Is he going to stay or is he going away? And did the dragon intentionally come up here? Was that scripted, or? I mean, we got a Yeti here. Frost troll. Yeah, I'm about to lose. Potion. I've got nothing. Food. Eat the leg of goat. Eat this. Eat this. Eat this. I'm invisible, apparently. I think I'm just gonna hold back here. Like, we've got a frost troll and a dragon fighting, and I don't want to be near either one of them. Just leave me alone. Frost Troll's about dead. But the dragon is way far from being dead. I'm still trying to just get my health back, and he's over there recovering his health. No. We're running. Die, Frost Troll. Come on. Oh, run. Ah. So where do we go from here? There's a bit of a fight happening.
Oh.
And we're back to this point. So, next recording, maybe we try that again, and I think we're just gonna have to run away from that fight because there's no other way up to this point. And that's the next story quest line thing we're supposed to do, unless I want to search and try to do some of the other things which aren't the main story. They seem to have intentionally put a difficult barrier in our path, and I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna work around that. It's not like we're really even close to any of the other cities, Windhelm, Riften, so it would be quite the journey to even find a way back. See, I don't even know how you get to this fort. It's right in the middle of an area that's you really can't access. Anywho, that was a failure, but we did at least make it across the map. We made it from Whiterun to the base of the tower, the throat of the world, whatever it's called, the mountain. It's not a tower, but whatever. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. I hope that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.